Let's talk about how the boyfriends found their way into the fight.
The thing is just that to start with, some guys like don't like. I feel like we've all seen it. Sheggz is always standing up for Bella.
Yeah, but then Bella stands up
Do you,
for him. He
Modella,
doesn't
do you
like it.
admire how Sheggz stands up for Bella?
I would not teach people how to behave in their relationship.
Yeah.
They choose how to be, because even when someone is mad at Sheggz, Bella stands up for him too.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome to this corner once again. It is Paul's Hot Takes, BBNaija edition, powered by Jumia. And you know how we do every single week. We give you all the breakdown of everything going on in the Big Brother Naija house. And also, you should note that in the middle of this video, you can win exciting prizes from Jumia. Look out for that one. And I'm never alone in the studio today. I got two beautiful ladies and our usual troublemaker man with us in the studio. To my left, I got the beautiful, the elegant. Her nails are popping. It is matching with her trouser. And she's just all shiny and everything. Modella! What's up, Modella?
I'm good.
It is so good to see you. How are you?
I'm good.
How are you enjoying the outside world?
Well, it's been beautiful so far. So
All right, great one. Okay, and another equally elegant looking lady, her fresh legs has been popping in my head since this thing began, but we will be good. Racheal, Emem-Isaac, how you doing, baby?
What do you drink? What do you chop? I don't understand. Like,
You are popping. How
thank
you doing?
you. I'm fine.
Are you ready? Are you ready for
Yes,
this?
so
You're
I'm
ready,
ready.
for this.
Always
All right.
ready.
And last but not the least, Unkutocheey, the man who never holds back. How are you doing today, Unkutocheey?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Okay, let's dive straight into everything happening for the week. We're going to do our highlights, individual highlights for the week. But before then, let's just quickly address something that happened, from last week into this week. I'm going to start with you, Modella, because you literally experienced everything in the house. I want to talk about the supposed twist that Big Brother did, where Chumzy, Yellow Swag, and Doing were supposed to leave, and they still stayed as guests in the house. And you are, like I said, you're a witness to everything. Even though you were a fake housemate, you were supposed to rile things up. You were evicted, and there was nothing like she's going to be a guest and this is so.
Yeah.
What did you think about that whole? They got evicted and still got to stay a week in the house. Did
I
you think
don't
that
know,
twist was it twisting really?
I don't know. It wasn't really twisting to me, though, to be honest. And I don't know, to some of us, like we, the fake housemates, and Amaka too, I feel like it felt kind of like unfair in a way. Like, really, these people get to stay one more week and we do not. And at first, when they said they were going to stay back, I heard they will not win any money. But on Sunday, I heard Ebuka mentioning what they won during the week. I'm like, really? So, well, it's Big Brother, and Big Brother makes the rules. But, sometimes, like, you might just feel bad. But the people that
enjoyed
that
stuff.
enjoyed it, yeah. Me
Yeah.
personally, I was actually really happy Doing was there, because Doing is my girl. And but regardless, everybody will feel bad in a way that you guys are evicted already and you're still here. But regardless,
I can imagine. Unkutocheey, how do you
the
feel
show.
about that twist?
Man, like you said, the
Sure.
twist wasn't twisting at all. I was so super pissed on Sunday. I mean, like, these guys are supposed to be in their house. Possibly apart from Doing, because I still needed some dozy moments. Like
Yeah.
the whole Doing and cheesy shape, I still needed to like feed my eyes. But for Chumzy and Yellow Swag, I mean, they should have just left on Sunday, because I don't know what were they still doing in the house. Especially to Amaka, it was just so unfair to Amaka. I mean, the way she left, I felt that was like the undeserving eviction of this season. She deserved to be on that show, but Biggie's house, Biggie's rules. So
Racheal,
yeah.
like we already knew how you feel, but how did you now feel
Yeah.
with them now leaving this week? Did you think that it was worth the whole surprise?
It wasn't worth it, because if they were trying to do like the element of surprise, when they even saw them, there wasn't so much going on with the guys. They were not exactly surprised. They're just like, we are the other guys. So to them, they not felt like, some of the other guys were in the house. My point is now, take away Amaka from this whole Big Brother season, and it will still be unfair, because if you're out of the game, you're out of the game. If there was another house outside that house and it happened, and then Big Brother now showed us like exclusive clips of the guys after the Big Brother show, it would have made sense. But still being in the house, still playing the game, still being part of the pool party, still winning money, no point. Because at the end of the day, they're not winning money over the guys in the house. So some of these guys already have so much money. Like Chomzy has so much money. And there's some people that don't even have half as much as she has won. There's some people that they evicted before then. They didn't make as much money as the guys that they evicted and still not made money on top. I don't know what the twist was. I feel like Big Brother lost it at some point and it was beyond his control or her control. Yeah. So it just by her I mean that it might be someone else calling the shots and then him is just the voice. So it wasn't twisting.
It was not.
It did not twist.
Because
like,
I mean,
at
Big
all.
Brother did the other housemates dirty, especially those that have left.
Yes.
He did them dirty. If there was anybody that deserved that 1 week extra stay, who would you say deserved that 1 week extra stay?
None of them. Amaka.
I mean, from those that have gone, just Amaka.
Beauty.
Beauty.
Yeah, because
Modella,
now there are some
if I
people who
ask
have
you, say
done
you
worse
are
than her.
Why not?
There are some-
Do you think
there are
I was
some-
happy
there
that
are
I was a
some
fake
people-
housemate to start with?
Yeah,
So-
oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
You get-
for people who should have
so-
still stayed, yes. Beauty, because at the end of the day, we are now condoning all of the things that we evicted people for, and so people are just irritating and they're still there. So what's the point, really?
No fix.
Calm down.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about our highlights for the week. Quite a number of things happened this week, and it's been week in, week out. So I'm going to start with Unkutocheey. What was like the major thing that banged for you this week?
Major thing. I think the whole Fina and Bella's fights on Wednesday also about food. Like the whole food thing kept coming over and over and over. Like I felt the fight was just so unnecessary. I mean, Fina said a lot of things and Bella said a lot of things, and at some point Bella was saying, okay, you are insulting my parents. I mean, you practically said this person is from the streets. You're belittling that person's background, person's parents. So obviously you insulted her. You came for Fina first. And when you come for people, you don't determine how they will react when you come for them.
Yeah.
And Sheggz coming into the whole something that does not concern you, just came and shook your head there. I mean, bro, chill, I beg. This is not your fight. This is for Bella. So I felt the fight was just so unnecessary. But I'm glad they are cordial now. I mean, Fina doesn't
Yeah, they are
think
cool.
so.
Fina and Bella, they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Before we bounce off, I know that's your highlight, but before we bounce off that, let's like bounce it off each other, kind of. Let me state something now. Just like you said, when you do something to someone, you cannot determine what their reaction will be.
reaction,
Like
yes.
they say, first to do know they
The
pain.
pain, yeah.
It's when they come back for you, you now be, because Bella said that Bella and Sheggz said Fina was from the streets. Now when Fina said that pity for who raised you, you weren't raised right. Now that one can the paper.
Pain,
Now
exactly.
doing out chook mouth. So this particular fight is personal to me.
Okay.
So I don't want to go off. I don't want to go off about it.
Calm down.
But let's just bounce it around. Modella, you were in the house with these people, first-hand experience with each of them. What did you think about that fight in particular, and how, especially how Sheggz found a way to squeeze himself into the fight again, like he always does?
So to start with, I feel like it's accumulated aggression. It's not
From
that-
whose end?
The food, I don't, maybe from both ends.
Okay.
Do you get, after the mergers, Bella and Sheggz had like this fight, and I said Bella, Sheggz and Fina.
Fina.
Yeah, so it wasn't just about the food. It must have been
A lot
other.
of
How it
other
is when you're
things.
just trying to contain. Oh, let me not bust her. Let me just keep quiet. So I think that was it for me. So that was just like, okay, let this little thing has happened. Now let us just call the shot at this
I
point.
feel like
yeah.
I agree with
So it
Modella.
wasn't just about
Yeah.
the food. Of course, food causes fight. Like in that house, somewhere you have to also
Even
for
in real life.
It's always really, really crazy. But regardless, I feel like it is not just about that day. It's about before then. Yeah.
I
So-
agree with Modella. It's like
An
3 weeks to the
accumulation.
end of the game. Everyone is tense. You
I'm
don't know.
telling
Like
you.
there are some people who are saying, okay, I just want to get to the end of this
The
week
game.
because that would mean that it's just 1 week. So everyone, anything that happens, you would be the aggression that you've
Yeah, it will be
accumulated
double.
from someone else, you
In
just
Chase's
pass it on
voice,
to
emotions are high.
You just
Emotions
pass it
are
on
high.
to any other person. So I agree with her.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how the boyfriends found their way into the fight.
The thing is just that to start with, some guys like don't like. I feel like we've all seen it. Sheggz is always standing up for Bella. Bella is
Yeah,
always-
but then
Any-
if Bella
anybody's
stands
fine.
up for him, he
Modella,
doesn't
do you
like
admire
it.
Do you know-
how Sheggz stands up for Bella?
I would not teach people how to behave in their relationship.
Yeah.
They choose how to be, because even when someone is mad at Sheggz, Bella stands up for him too.
Yes.
There was particular day that Racheal was angry with. I don't know what happened. It was Bella that was talking back.
Yeah.
Sheggz wasn't even talking. So it happens, but it's not just Sheggz. Bella does the same. So I feel like they feel like they're in love and they can fight for each other. You don't want to see your girl down.
They feel like
Oh, sorry.
I like
they
that. They feel like
Please, they are in love, like, and they feel like
you cannot-
let me rephrase. They are in love and they feel like they can fight for each
we
other.
heard what we heard.
Whatever, that's on you.
But then again, that's a normal thing.
Yeah, I
Like, even
don't
if
feel like it's
so. There's
too
something
bad
that my
to do.
father taught us when we were younger. My father said to us that even if now your sister they at fault, fight for your sister outside.
when you
True.
come
When
reach
you come
out,
reach inside, you feel
Yeah, you
clear.
can-
So I
yeah.
think it's like
That's
a
cool
normal
now,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
If
don't
you
think
go
it's too
somewhere
bad
and you
to
do
do.
something wrong, I will fight for you. I will stand with you. But when we go, I'll say, "Omo, lie."
What
This
you
way
do,
you do
you
no
know,
good,
You
no
know,
good,
good
no
though.
cheat.
But yeah. But then again, when you're there, you have to fight for the person because if
Yeah.
you not go and you stand against your person, they won't stop talking about it. And then
Yeah.
we're not talking about your person's mental health or talking
Yeah.
about what it would do to your relationship.
With that
First, you go
person.
save face,
Mhm.
fight for your person, stand with them. See, like Sheggz now. Sheggz
So we're
pledged Bella.
justifying how Sheggz
Sheggz-
stands up for Bella. Bella stands
Yeah.
They do it for
so
each
Bella,
other.
Bella
Yeah.
stood up. Remember that there was a time that Bella stood up for Sheggz and Sheggz wasn't having it. It was like, "You're not my mother. Don't stand for me." But guess
Yeah.
what? When the tables turned, he stood up for his girl. So I think it's a normal thing. Yes, I think it's a normal thing. You
Anyway,
stand up
guys,
for your
we'll still get to
person.
hear the highlights from Modella herself, what she found most interesting this week, and what Racheal found interesting this week as well. But do not forget that you can win exciting prizes from Jumia, and you can also get a chance to be right here in the studio and be a part of the BBNaija discussion. All you have to do is tell us 5 items that are currently on Jumia flash sale. So go down to the comment section, fastest fingers first, 5 items currently on Jumia flash sale, and you can be right here and also win exciting prizes from Jumia. Okay, we're back to the show. Modella, your highlight for the week.
Well, I would say the conversation that Sheggz and Bella had. I don't know which day was that. And Bella was mad that Sheggz wants to be my friend outside the show. And that was really funny to me because,
I remember that
yeah,
conversation
you,
in the garden,
like,
yeah.
that day I was just indoors and people were just sending me, "Oh, you're trending, you're trending." I was like, "What's happening?" They're like, Sheggz said, like, it was so funny to me because, I don't know, I feel like, I don't want to say anything though, but that was it for me.
Say it.
No, there's
It's
nothing
your
to say.
chef.
But it was just funny because he said he wants to be my friend outside the show, and she does not want him to be my friend outside the show.
But what do you
and
think about Sheggz wanting to be your friend? It's not even like he's saying he wants to date you or anything.
Of
just
course,
your friend.
I'm not even
So
planning to date
from
him
the
either.
angle of Bella, what do you think? Do you see that's just crazy?
So
insecure
the
jealousy?
thing is just that some girls don't like their guys being friends with other girls. Or so because I saw like the tweets were really, really some people were like, "Oh, she's cool with him being friends with Daniela, but not Modella." Is it because of the body? Like it was just really, really that day I was just
She
I
sees
was
you as
when
a
you-
threat.
I don't know.
Possibly.
I don't know. So and some people too were saying that she really cannot get mad because she likes me too. And it was just a whole lot. That was it for me. I was just laughing. I was just laid back and looking at what was happening. So I think that was my highlights for the week.
Okay, I can't wait to see what happens when they come out of the house because Sheggz is gonna be friends with you and we'll be here to see the drama.
Yeah.
So you're waiting for the drama?
Yeah, I want the drama.
You guys like drama too much.
So Racheal, your highlight.
So my highlight had to be, it wasn't exactly on the show. When we saw the bottom 3 and I saw Sheggz' name, I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. So it means that our Ikoyi people are not voting.
Yeah.
It means that our
Then they
London
vex.
people, they are not voting. So it means that
Their
we are
money, their
seeing the
money.
same thing that they are saying. We are all on the same page when it comes to how this guy has been annoying. So I was just saying to myself again that Big Brother is definitely up to something. Possibly he just knew that, oh, okay, if we let these 3 guys go, it will mean that we'll have just 2 people evicted. How do we explain it when it's exactly 2 weeks at the end of the show? Because I'm thinking that if Chomzy and the other 2 guys left last week, it would have been just 2 evictions, and that would mean it would have been 3 evictions rather. So that means that Sheggz would have gone home and said, so what is Big Brother up to?
But I want to say something. Big Brother really cannot. Big Brother is not the one that nominates people. So what if he was not nominated? What if he won head of house? So I would not see it from that angle. I don't know if you understand.
What
If
I'm
you're
saying
trying to
is,
say-
you don't think that Big Brother knows the people who will be top 5? You don't think that they know the votes based on
I know
votes, that they know that these guys are top 5, top 10,
not from other
bottom
evictions.
5?
But what I'm trying to say, as at last week, they brought them back in.
Mm-hmm.
They're still gonna play head of house game.
Mm-hmm.
They're still gonna save some people. They're still gonna nominate some people. So what if Sheggz was not nominated to be?
But
up for
I'm just
eviction?
saying that Big Brother
I'm
has
just
been
saying
on
the
this
other
game.
way
So
round.
there's a way the game goes. You can already tell that if we dislike someone, there's a possibility that a lot of people also dislike this person.
Exactly.
So Big Brother would know, because the thing is, I believe that from week 2, week 3, week 4, they would know that this person no be strong contender.
Exactly, especially
So
when
you
it was
know
all of them
that-
that
But
were
do
up for
you know what I'm
eviction.
saying? That
Why
there was
you
a particular
saying- why you
nomination
saying
that
that?
nobody nominated Sheggz, and they already merged us.
But the people
I don't know if
outside,
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I
man.
get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying too, but I don't know why. It's just a strong feeling
Deep down,
that if they had
yeah.
evicted, Big Brother would have evicted 3 people if the other 3 guys had left the house last week.
last week,
And
What
Sheggz
do
would have gone home.
You know, this brings
So
me
why
to...
is Sheggz
badly
still
want
in
Sheggz
the,
to go.
like
And let me shock you. I think Adekunle would have topped Bella that year. Yes,
In the vote, if we had seen it, yeah?
exactly.
So it still brings me to
I-
what Big Brother did from
possible,
last
sha.
week, keeping Chomsy stuff.
Right.
You know, like what you mentioned, that they have access to
everything.
Everything.
So they knew,
Everything.
maybe they knew that this could happen, that Sheggz could fall to bottom 3. this week.
Yes.
And they decided to keep the evicted
So
3
there
from
were
last week.
5 people.
So in our minds, we are seeing 5 people,
people
being
leave
evicted.
the house as opposed
just
to
to
2
save-
people.
But why would
Yes.
they do that much for Sheggz? Like,
Yeah, I
why?
feel, I mean,
Because we are talking, not be Sheggz
exactly.
they talk about
Like him or
last
not,
now, right
it gets
now.
us talking.
Uh,
For those of you that have
Yes.
always wanted to hear that, yes, duh. It gets us
Yes,
talking.
it gets us talking.
But at the end of the
Yes.
day, it's not, for me, it's not even like what I really want to talk about. Before the show started, I'm like, I want to try as much as possible not to even mention Sheggz's name in this interview.
Big Sheggz.
but you've mentioned it.
Like,
Like,
you know, I end up mentioning it and stuff, but it's
Yeah.
not like, because if Sheggz should leave, fine, there is a talking point off the show.
Yes.
Then it also kills Bella's mojo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
exactly.
it's going to be like 2 losses kind of
Yes.
for them. Anyway,
I have
let's,
another highlight.
okay, hit me.
Fina and Groovy.
Breaking up.
Saturday night party.
The
That was a lot.
I thought Groovy was done with this whole meltdown. I need a minute to think. I need to
I'm not in the
something.
mood.
Plus, it was obvious that maybe he had a feeling that Chomsy was leaving, so the thing kind of affected him during that party. Because after the party or during the party, you saw that he left Madame Fina because he didn't want to talk to her. Then he was not gravitating towards
Chomsy. Yeah, true.
but he didn't have the liver to
dance
go
with
to
her.
because Elo
Fina was
so
there
I was
as
not
well.
like pick a struggle, and then the next thing they broke up, and then the next thing he started begging her, and they were now in the bathroom doing. I was not like, what's Kenny Bobo
By the
Rada
time we
Rada?
go
What
back to
is-
the TV, we
what
will
is
see them
it all?
together again.
exactly.
Yeah.
They have their ways of making up.
As in, what if you like? I want to see someone actually break up on the show and break up.
For real, for real.
I
For
think-
real,
I
for
think it's going to
real.
be very
It's
hard because
hard.
of the confined
see,
space.
see, you get
It's so
bored
annoying.
there.
Like it's
You-
obvious.
There's
so
no
you're
distraction.
saying-
There's no major
Yes.
distraction.
So Bella and
Modella,
Sheggz.
sorry, Modella, you wanted to make a point about something hard about breaking up in the house.
No, it's just hard because you're already used to this person and you guys are together. That house, sometimes you get bored, sometimes you want company, you want someone to talk to, you want someone that you guys are this close. So it's just really hard for you to like totally be done with somebody. It's hard, I'm telling you this.
Then you
Honestly.
not give
Only if there are like so many other people. For example, if there's someone else she likes, like another guy on the show right now, yes, it might be easier because she might as well get to.
if you want to call Daniela's name, call
Call
it.
it your food
Call
chest.
it.
Jeez, can you imagine?
If you want
Just
to
going around
call
the circle.
Daniela's name, call it with your foot.
But really, I
chest.
was just referring to because I know how it can be. Like if you're already close to somebody and the person is no more there for you. If the person is no longer on the show, you know. But you're still there looking at,
Seeing the
come on, you guys will
person,
make up.
yeah.
You make up.
But that's the point. The point I'm trying to make is that Fina knows that Groovy's mind, his heart is not there.
She said
This is
it
like a
herself.
clear case of you trying to give us another
She
Emmanuel
said
and Licorice
Licorice.
situation. You know that this guy not send you. You said it with your mouth that it's obvious that your heart is not here, that you want someone else. So let him go. Because you go and win the show now, then later you now come reunion and say you went to Dubai, we're knocking on the door, you said there's someone in the room.
They are going
Like
to this time.
Imagine.
I don't, and Fina looks like someone that will break somebody's head. She will not do diva. See, Licorice is a classy woman. Fina, I'm not saying you're from the street though, but Fina looks like someone. So to avoid
Even
where
Fina herself will
they'll
tell you she's from the streets.
Fina would share with it for you. So let her go now, or you let the guy. Look, just let each other go.
Anyway,
please, I beg.
my
It's
highlights
stressing
would
my life.
my highlights, even though I don't know, it's from, I don't know, a cocky way, but my highlight is actually Bella and Sheggz, their dinner dates. Yeah. So that dinner date was, for me, it was a disaster date. It did not mend shit. That dinner date did not mend anything. You know how Bella kept disturbing Big Brother.
Brother
Oh,
for
we
the
really
date.
need this. It's going to help us get closer. It's going to
Gonna make our bond stronger.
Unkutocheey. Did that dinner date make them closer?
It was just there.
Are you sure? It was.
It was what?
Just there. It was
Was it
just,
That's
not
your idea
after
of a
that time
romance.
that they started talking about wedding?
they've always been talking about wedding.
Look,
No, but
There is-
this week so
Racheal,
was.
Racheal.
This week's wedding was.
Racheal, there is nothing they talked about in that dinner date that we've not heard before. So it didn't bring anything new to the table. It was just the typical Sheggz going on and on and on like he always does. And Bella listening and cleaning his beards every once in a while.
Someone said they're talking about marriage. They know their genotype. I think there was a discussion around that genotype
What
thing
did
in the
they
house.
know? What
Maybe.
if they had the conversation and what's his name did not show us?
Maybe.
Well, genotype doesn't exactly come up early in relationships.
Ah.
So typically it really doesn't. It's later people find out. But
Do
then
you
when
date
they
people
come
before
out,
you
But
find out their
important anyways.
genotype?
what we say, hey babe, what's the genotype?
Yes, so
Before
I
start
went on
talking
a
to you.
date one time and the guy asked me. In fact, I felt it was big deal. I was like, why is he asking me that? Until I now realized that Baba they know if not to get out
Yeah, that's
now.
cool.
Let
That's
me
a
get
pretty
out.
cool.
Yeah,
True,
so
before
it should
you
come early.
fall.
Yes, so it should come early
Actually
because we're tired of hearing stories that
Right.
touch. No,
That was
it
pretty
should come
cool.
early.
But that dinner date though, for me it was horrible. It was a disaster. It did not mend anything. It was just the typical rigmaroling and roller coastering. Nothing special happened in that dinner date, basically.
But what were you expecting to happen?
It was supposed to. I was expecting like a phoenix from the ashes. Kind
Are
of
they have?
thing.
Is it film they are shooting? It's
I'm talking
real
about their
life.
relationship.
But when
Their
you
relationship,
go
like,
on dates,
ringing up
real
like
life.
a new peacock, spreading its
But that's
tail.
not
Even
what
and
it
it's
Rose
very-
and Emmanuel that had their own dinner date that last
They
season,
still did better than what Sheggz and Bella.
Because somebody was playing a game. This is proof now that Bella and Sheggz, it might be
like
like
game players.
Bella and Sheggz might be the new Gadonia and Cafe.
Amen. Oh, amen.
Anyway, guys, let's talk about people that have been in this house based off the hard work of other people. You know, Modella, you'll be able to relate with this more. Level 1, you guys were in levels.
Yeah,
Level 1 kept, nominating you guys in
Level
level 2
two.
because some set of people were winning head of house and gave everybody immunity. So from your housemate point of view or from your ex-housemate point of view, who do you think should have left that house as a week 8 if there wasn't that kind of general immunity? If you had to mention like 2 people who should have left that house, who would you mention?
by now.
Yeah, by
From
now.
level 1.
From everybody put together.
Oh, like the show.
From level 1.
I don't know. See, at the end of the day, I feel like there's no other way you can go. It has already gone the way it's
No,
so
really.
go.
Like,
Honestly,
but there are
I
people in
agree.
the house that
It has already gone the
that
way
are
it's
not even
supposed to.
strong enough
It
to
doesn't
be
change
in
anything.
Like-
See, personally, I'll not say anybody doesn't deserve to be on that show, honestly.
Deserve is not the word.
Because
who would have
Deserve is not
left
the word. They were just
by
under
now?
on
Yes,
another person's
yes.
umbrella.
we all know this, but I'm not going to mention names anyway.
I just think Modella will not mention.
Honestly,
being
I,
diplomatic.
because
Yeah.
see, regardless, everybody deserves. For example, myself now, going on the show as a fake house, but I felt really bad, and I left
And you
on the
showed
4th week.
actually.
Do you understand? So, would you say I don't deserve to be on the show?
No, we're not saying people
I'm
that
just-
do not deserve.
I understand. I
Okay,
understand. Like, for
okay.
example, now someone should just say, "Oh, I feel like I should have left this week too." I'll feel bad because I badly want to be
Sure,
on that show.
sure.
So I would not say anybody. But of course, we know this because level 2, we know we're more fun. In fact, when I came out and everybody was like, "Oh, they love the trenches," I'm like, even we know we'll be more fun in our house because we live like a family, and the other house we're just doing whatever. So some people that have left since if they were up for nomination. In fact, right now, if people are even saying this week, people should just put everybody up. Let's know the week
Exactly.
one.
Let's know the big ones. We need strong people.
Do you
I
get
think we
so-
already know the weak ones. So.
Yeah, we already know,
we
but if they are
already
not up, some people are on people's good
Exactly.
side. They'll
Like
not- they'll not-
Allison.
God
Allison
bless-
wouldn't have been
Yes.
up this week if not for the save and replace thing that was
Yes,
happening at the-
Allison would have left.
But do you
since,
think Allison was strong enough to go 8 weeks?
No.
Well, because you people
Modella,
are going
do
to
you think
see
Allison's
drag.
I don't know.
so-
Allison's my girl. She should win the show.
Yeah.
Rachel, talk your mind.
No, this
Okay, tell
particular
me
one,
2 people who would have who are not strong enough to have gone 8 weeks.
Sheggz. Yes.
Who
Well, I
else?
feel like with what I saw in the beginning, Sheggz might have gone far. I think it was at a
Might have.
point. It was a point that there was a point that Sheggz just missed it to people.
Sheggz
like-
was actually the first sweetheart in that house.
Yes,
The very
because
first
Then who
sweetheart.
was Brian?
Immediately Sheggz came, everybody
Everybody liked
husbands were
Fine
talking
boy.
about hide your wives.
Hide your wives.
So you get it was the
So
first
the
London
sweetheart.
boy.
funny thing now is, I think the weakest people they don't come up for the show. I'm not talking about fake housemates now. I mean,
weakest
Allison, the
Dotson.
married man. What's his name? Kes.
You don't even forget it.
Yes. Sorry, no offense.
Farm savvy.
Yeah, that person. I'm savvy. Someone that should have.
Christy-O.
Yes, Christio. Yes, those are people. But the guys in the house now, they've given us content, whether we like it or not. From
So you're telling me
Chi-Chi
that
to
everybody in the
Brian.
house right now are
Fina.
8 weeks material.
Yes.
Unkutocheey.
Yes.
definitely.
Amaka
Chi-Chi-
should be in
Chi-Chi
the
gave
house.
us drama.
Imagine if Beauty didn't have this fallout. Beauty is final 5, top 5. Like, it's not even a doubt. Even Amaka would have done final week, like, without stress. Do you understand? Because even with the fact that she burnt Big B's microwave, she was still giving us the game. She was still on everyone's lips. Like, you hated her just as we can't stand Sheggz right now, but Sheggz is still there. So these guys would have still stayed in the house. Yeah.
Cool. So you agree with Racheal?
100%.
I think you should tell us people that
Yeah.
are
Yeah,
because you want to force the words out of your mouth, so you have something to say.
Tell us.
You know, maybe I would have mentioned Allison,
But she
then
left already.
Allison left
Yeah.
and stuff. But if there was no level 1, level 2 umbrella thing and stuff, I feel like Daniela could have actually left. I feel like Daniela could have left. I feel like Daniela, even though Daniela is this intelligent, elegant lady and stuff, I feel right now she's riding on ships without necessarily being in ships,
Alliances as well.
Alliances with men especially. So I think she understands that the whole men thing works with the audience, and she's just circling around that.
I don't think it's a game for her. I think she's just human. Vulnerability is just come into play.
I can explain
because the thing is, I want to say something. I don't think
chases them.
I don't think that intelligence. Yes, she's very intelligent. She's also very classy, elegant. But I don't think that's what's keeping her in the house. It's the fact that people just know that. I won't be surprised that by the final week, Shana Dekunle are an item.
When Daniela was
I would not
for
be
eviction,
surprised. So
when
it's the
when
men
Daniela was up
that-
for
that-
eviction,
that
I feel
kept her
it was
this long.
evicted Khalid that actually saved her. I feel the pity vote of Khalid is gone and stuff. That was what saved Daniela. Ideally, Daniela would have gone home that week.
I think what
she was
saved
evicted.
her was the fact
week
that
she
there was a
nominated.
Dotun somewhere around the corner and people just wanted to see what would come up. That's what I'm saying. It's Big Brother's game. We don't know what. We
Plus
don't know.
the
I just feel
level
like I
two
want to hear some secret
Because the
diary
level 2 thing,
sessions.
like people
Maybe Big Brother will
want
not say Dotun.
level 2 guys to go far because
Yeah.
they were evicted like the first 5 weeks. They were constantly up for eviction. So there's that. We want level 2 guys to go far. At least majority should be in the final. Majority of the guys in the final should be level 2. Then maybe like 1 or 2 from. So yeah, I think that aspect.
Okay, we're nearing wrapping it up. If Modella, who is taking 100 million?
Brian. What?
I understand the sentiment.
What's
my
the
reply.
sense? Because I would root for who I would root for.
True,
Whoever
definitely.
wins, everybody deserves to win money.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah.
Ryan, Unkutocheey is taking it.
Fina or Hermes?
One person.
Fina.
Racheal, who is taking 100 million?
So that I will not say Fina to Hermes. Because at the end of the day, one of us will share. One of us would have predicted correctly. Yeah.
So how about
Hermes-
you?
Hermes is looking like a strong
Person,
Yeah,
like I feel
yes.
like that last week they're crazily gonna pull
Ah.
up for him.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
Is how eccentric he is. Like that. There's
No, but
something
it's
about
entertaining.
him.
Honestly, the first
passion.
week
Yes,
I came,
yeah.
even with the old war and everything, the first was like I was like, this guy's entertaining. I
And
find
he-
him entertaining because like you want to watch.
Yeah.
You know, with the old actors, like I'm always
Yeah.
like, God, just make me laugh.
He
entertaining
has that
me.
thing that will keep you glued for long. Like you're just like, what is it about this guy?
Anyway.
Personality, everything.
Well, I feel I'm tilting more towards Fina for the win, because something tells me that they might want to give it to a girl
A girl.
again, like this year. You know, there's always this thing about
Want to
guys and
give it
stuff.
to a girl? Meaning
Well,
it's not.
I mean,
on
don't
by
they decide
merit?
to evict someone and keep them in the house?
How
So-
come no one is thinking Bella?
Excuse
I feel
me.
like Bella.
This is
Hey,
where we
hey,
are
hey,
just on the show.
Nothing.
Slap me
This is
for
where
show.
we're recording on the show.
Why you gonna slap me for show? I'm coming for you. It's Tamara that slapped me. Tamara.
So we'll see what happens moving forward. We have just 2 weeks to the end of the show. Who will
Right,
make it to the end? Will Big Brother still keep this person, save that person, guest that person? We'll see what happens within the 2 weeks left on the show. And do not forget as well that you can listen to this on all podcast platforms. Jump on it and you can get to listen. And do not forget that Jumia will be giving you exciting prices if you can tell us 5 items that are currently on the Jumia flash sale, and you could be a winner. Go down to the comment section and drop your answer. From Racheal, from Unkutocheey, from Modella, and from me, Layemi Fearless.
Bye,
Ciao.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Jumia, your everyday delivered.